Okay, very exciting. We've got a great guest, and we need everybody to listen carefully to what's coming up now. Let's welcome in US Women's National Team star Ali Krieger, who joins us live on the Vonage Fan Hotline. Ali, a real pleasure to have you on. Thanks so much for making the time.
Oh, of course. Thanks for inviting me. This is awesome. Great to speak with you guys.
Well, good. Now, let's start. This week was the one-year anniversary. It took us all back to the World Cup final and just thinking about that day, and you were, of course, part of that. And I just wondered how fresh those memories still are for you. Do you still sometimes dream about them and wake up in the morning kind of not believing it really happened?
Yeah, I haven't even taken my medal off yet. So it's sitting on like my bedside table. No, all jokes aside, it was an incredible moment, an incredible memory. Obviously one of the best of my life and my career and all of our lives and careers. So I think we shared a moment yesterday, and obviously we're all together in camp preparing for Saturday's match. So, yeah, it was amazing. And, this is a moment in history for us. And as we look forward, it's kind of a done deal, and we're moving beyond that. But we're able still to, cherish that moment and celebrate it. And I can't believe it's already been a year. So we really enjoyed yesterday, just kind of reminiscing about it, and still waking up and, calling each other world champions is a great feeling.
Yeah, but they can never take it away, can they? I remember watching it clearly, and it was just an astounding match. It's hard to remember a more memorable final, actually, across any soccer. Now, looking back, thinking about the game and celebrating afterwards, how soon after that game do you think there was a moment where you kind of grouped together again and said, right, this is a good platform, but we're not done yet?
Yeah, I mean, it was right away. I mean, obviously we knew, okay, it's time to celebrate. This win is so rewarding. All of us can just cherish this moment and be grateful and thankful that we've accomplished something that, we've wanted to do for a very long time. And it had been 4 years, and we had been preparing for that moment and wanting to succeed. So that was done, and we now know that something is available for us to do that no other team has ever been able to do, win an Olympics and a World Cup in the same year, or within the same year. So I think that is something that now we were like, all right, we can cherish these moments. We could celebrate for these, week or 2 weeks, with a parade and with LA Live and all these things that happened, at the ESPYs and and enjoy all of that. And then we were like, okay, well, you know what? Our job isn't finished yet. Now, it's not, hey, let's sweep it under the rug, but it's, hey, let's push that aside. You can still look at it and be motivated by that. But now it's time to prepare for the Olympics.
Exactly. And we look ahead now, just less than a month now till Rio. And right from the draw, it's a tough group for the US, isn't it? With New Zealand, France and Colombia, some strong teams in there. And just wonder, as you prepare for that tournament, how much focus have you given to really looking closely at each of those teams?
Obviously very close. The first game of every tournament is the most important game. And I think that you can never look ahead. You have to take one game at a time, one day at a time, one training session at a time. And I think that's what we did during the World Cup. And you don't necessarily want to play the best football at the beginning. And I know that we all saw that during the World Cup. It wasn't, I guess, until the China game that we really kicked into gear, high gear, and just felt very, very confident. So now we are prepared. We know what is expected of us, how to prepare for those teams, because we played all three of those teams, in the past, luckily. And fortunately, we have played Colombia and France in the past recent months. So I think that gives us an advantage to kind of help prepare, for the tournament ahead. But I think we just, honestly, as a group, we take one game at a time and one opponent at a time, and treat it as that, because, playing against New Zealand in the first game is going to be the most important.
Now, when we think back to the Men's World Cup in Brazil, there was so much focus in the build-up on the climatic conditions that are going to be out there. And I know you guys are playing one of your games in Manaus, which is particularly humid and hot. And any special preparations to deal with the conditions ahead?
Yes and no. I think, it will be, I guess, in the winter months. So I know it's still going to be very hot, but might be a little bit more cool than if it were to be the summer months. So I think that is plays to our advantage a little bit. But we are prepared for that. A lot of our players, we do play in those hot, humid conditions during our seasons here in the NWSL. So I think that, gives us an advantage as well to be prepared. I think we're going to be as prepared as we can with the type of trainings that we have, and our staff and our coaches and everyone, our medical staff, preparing us for those situations. I think we will be ready to go. Obviously, it will be a factor, but it's not going to, detriment our mentality or, our preparation for the games.
I think we do just quickly need to reference the Zika virus. I know there's been a couple of athletes that have pulled out of the games, and just wondered where your head's at it, where the squad's head at it, what kind of thoughts are going into it, whether it's preying on your mind a little.
Yeah, absolutely. You never prepared for these types of situations. But honestly, there's other diseases too that are definitely, that we're going to be, put in those situations where we might get the other diseases as well, like malaria and et cetera. So I think that Zika isn't just the only thing that we need to be concerned about. Obviously, the places that we are playing, are a little bit less, than other cities. Like Salvador, I think is one of the main cities or places in Brazil that have the most mosquitoes or index, I guess, for the disease. So I think, especially once again being at the winter months, I think it's going to be a lower risk. Obviously, it's not a zero risk, so we do have concerns. But the medical staff, the USOC, everyone involved have prepared us properly. Are going to do everything they can in their power to make sure the hotels are prepared and ready, the field, the locker rooms, anything like our uniforms. They're going to be having some type of certain wash that's going to be implemented into our uniform that is going to help repel the mosquitoes. So I think they're really doing everything they can. We're getting tested before and after the tournament for the disease or the virus. So I think that, they're really doing everything they can to help prepare and, prevent this from happening, and also just lower the risk. So I wouldn't, I'm happy that the USOC and US Soccer, they feel confident in sending us there, and I feel confident in them. So I don't think they would really put us in that type of danger, if it were really, really serious. And I think that, Team USA has a real good hold on the Zika for now to make us all confident that everything will be fine.
Well, that's good to hear. And just to swing it back to the on the field issues, must be great to have Carly Lloyd back from injury and somebody who's got so much experience. I mean, goodness, so many of you have a lot of experience. I mean, you're getting up there with caps yourself. But just tell us the difference that Carly makes as a leader on the field. We all know what she does with the ball at her feet, but is she the natural leader out there for you guys?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, she's the engine of our team, and she brings this type of quality, this type of magic that not many players you see playing the women's game now can do. So she's obviously a leader for us in being our captain, and we really are happy that she's back, and it just gives our whole team a boost, a type of confidence that that we have on top of playing. Since she's been absent. So I think that's just going to be a boost for us, type of confidence, and we're all really excited. We were like, okay, just take it slow. Like August 3rd is the goal. So anybody with lingering injuries, just take it slow. Make sure we're taking the proper steps to get back healthy so that we don't miss any of the tournament coming up, because it's going to be huge to have every player playing at the top of their game and fully fit and healthy. So of course we're very, very happy that she's back. She brings this type of different style that I think we've been missing in the previous games.
Well, can't thank you enough, Ali. You can all follow, if you're not probably already following Ali on Twitter, but if you're not, get on it to get the latest updates. And just one last one for you, Ali, before you prepare and continue to get ready for the Olympics. Anything different, anything that we might expect, any younger players in particular in your group that you'd be particularly looking for at this tournament that might have a breakout tournament, do you think?
On our team or just in general?
Yeah, on your team, because obviously with the established names, you're all household names now, most of you. But are there any that might sneak under the radar slightly and give us a thrill at the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, you have, I guess there's just a mix. We have such great young talent. Our attacking players have been phenomenal. And I think Crystal Dunn, Mallory Pugh, Kristen Press, I mean, they all bring this type of – some of them aren't even considered young to me anymore, besides Mal, because she's just been on the team this past year, but she's done an incredible job. And they all bring such an amazing attitude towards the game on and off the field and a type of attacking mentality. If I'm a defender and you have Alex Morgan, Mallory Pugh, Crystal Dunn, Kristen Press, all those players, Tobin Heath, coming at me, I mean, that's like a dream for anyone, playing on the same team as them. So as a defender, I would be like, oh, gosh, here we go, strap in, right? So I think that they've done a tremendous job with their mentality and attacking. I mean, you have all these types of different young players with different types of skill and technical ability, and they all just bring something different and dynamic to the game that we can use in different situations and in different lineups. Also, you have Kelly O'Hara, who's done a tremendous job, stepping into the role that she's been playing, and I think that Ali Long, too, coming in to the squad and, proving why she deserves to play at the highest level and on this team. So I think you're going to see a lot of fresh, young faces, and we have such depth within the squad. We don't really have a secured, starting lineup because you can put any player out there and we're going to be successful, which is something that I think is so difficult for our coaches. We make it very, very difficult for them every single day to have to make a decision. So I think it's been tremendous in the depth within our squad. So watching the young players just be so successful and coming in, I think it's going to be incredible.
Yeah. If only we had the same problem with our England national team, Ali. Unfortunately, I can't thank you enough for coming on. And just we'll be cheering you on. Certainly in my house and every house, you guys are all household names, and you kind of lift the mood and you set the tone for soccer. So we're proud of you and good luck at the Olympics. And we'll be watching every step. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate talking to you guys. Have a great day.